Hello, this is Leslie Lee, and welcome to Simply Tarot, where I give intuitive advice to empower your life. This is a reading for the air signs from March 16th through the 31st, 2018. This is a general reading, so not everything will apply to everyone. Please look at your moon and your rising sign videos for better clarity on this time. Also, the timestamps are in the description area below for your convenience. This is a reading for Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Today we'll start with Libra. Libra, you have the Seven of Athame, which is the Seven of Swords in traditional tarot, and the Oracle card by the book. Now this looks like a period of time when you are turning your back on some things that are negative, that are holding you back, that are not good for you. And this can be people surrounding you. This can be a situation or a circumstance you're in at this time. Whatever this is, I do feel that you are in need of getting away from that. You're trying to break away from that environment and do your own thing. The Seven of Athame or Seven of Swords talks about kind of stepping out of the status quo, stepping out of conformity. You want to do your own thing in your own environment at your own time, that sort of thing. And by the book is in support of that. And I see you physically moving, you're getting away. And I see that with the elephants here in by the book. The imagery, the symbolism behind that talks about you making moves to come from this place to another place. By the book also talks about you kind of not going against law, not going against things that have been set in stone, not going against the contract, not going against the way things are meant to be. In other words, don't try to go around something, like if this is the rule, if this is the law, if this is how it's supposed to be, you probably can't break that at this time. If you do break that, you may find yourself in a situation that you don't want to be in. It's all about your need to break out of conformity, break out of something that's established, especially if the situation is like hazardous or dangerous or negative to you. However, you have to understand what rules not to break. So if you're looking at contracts, so to speak, make sure you look at everything, including this fine print, because once you sign on the dotted line, it will be hard to change things later. Or if you've been planning something, you have a goal in mind, or if you've been, trying to plan for a trip, or if you're trying to plan to move or something like that, and things have been set in stone, things have been planned out, it's going to be hard to kind of change things later. That's what by the book is telling you, to make sure you do things by the book. Make sure you follow the rules. Make sure you don't try to bend the rules, but seek solitude away from anything that is negative for you, especially if it's within the family, within the tribe, within a community that you're a part of, or deep within. Okay, moving on to Gemini. Gemini, you have the Lord of Shadows and the Oracle card not for you. The Lord of Shadows is death in traditional tarot, and that signifies changes. That signifies something ending for something else to begin. You are possibly even going through a transformation at this time where you're going to have to end this thing in order to move on to this thing. That is a renewal of sorts. I got renewal. So just like the butterfly you see here, that symbolizes transformations, changing from one thing, the caterpillar, into another, the actual butterfly, so you can move forward, so you could go beyond, so you could rise above, that sort of thing. With the Oracle card not for you in support of the Lord of Shadows, this talks about getting rid of those things that are no longer serving you. And just like Libra, I do feel like a lot of the air signs will be going through something of this sort. Getting rid of the things that aren't helping you, that aren't serving you, that are not beneficial to you, that are not helping you move forward or grow or get to your goals. And that can be people, that can be circumstances, that can be environments. Whatever this is for you, this is a general reading, so it will apply to each Gemini differently. I do feel for a lot of you, this is to do with environment, relationship, things that you are constantly around every single day, something that you are connected with, something that you have a difficult time getting away from. It will be a struggle, and it is kind of seen as an obstacle here for you, but you have to understand that once you let go of those things that aren't helping you, and once you allow those things to kind of fall away from you and out of your responsibility, this will in turn be your change. This will be your metamorphosis. This will be your transformation. You'll transition from that caterpillar that is stuck in that cocoon to the butterfly who is now free and able to move about freely and go after your dreams and your goals. I see that for you. That is definitely something you may be concentrating on during this time. Moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, you have the Two of Pentacles and the Oracle card Flexible. Now, just like Libra and Gemini, I do feel like there is sort of this balance that is needed, this sort of being flexible that's needed, as in you can't change too much of what is already structured. The Two of Pentacles shows that you are determining two different things. You're in the middle of two different things. You're trying to balance two different things. And it can be two or more things. But you're trying to find stability. And it can be stability with work and home. It can be stability with relationships. Mostly it's probably driven by career or money. And you're trying to find stability. And I see that with the Flexible card and the Two of Pentacles. You're trying to stabilize the situation here. And if it is money, the cards ask you to remain flexible, to not expect too much to go in a certain way too soon, to allow things to happen naturally, to allow things to happen the way they will, the way they may, and don't try to control a situation too much, because tug of war, that came to mind. That's the word I heard, is tug of war. And I feel like you may be involved in some sort of tug of war between this and that, and you're being pulled here and there. And it's a struggle to kind of balance, to find that balance. And I get that balance with the imagery of the Flexible Oracle card, that they're balancing on top and trying to remain flexible, trying to come this way and that way, trying to bend to and fro. And that's what's encouraged of you here as well, to allow that flexibility, allow patience, allow stability to happen. Just kind of put yourself in a situation where you're not too bent, so to speak, on trying to make something work the exact way you need it to work. Flexibility here will help you, will be beneficial to you, and will be an aid to help you get to where it is you're trying to go. Definitely. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for commenting. I love engaging with you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. I'll have more of these videos for you soon, and I will see you soon.